Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another devlog. This is the second week of development. I know the first week I sort of started it quite late on, but this week I made quite a bit of progress. I added another weapon and I made some animations. So as you may see, we have a sword, which is actually placeholder art, by the way. It wasn't made by me. All the art that you do see here is all placeholder until my artist starts actually like doing the art. So yeah, I added the sword animations, and they looked a lot like they look quite smooth now. The bow and arrow, obviously, it's not as intuitive. I only really just started working on it, and uh, there are a few bugs with it, but I do like it. The weapon switching took me only a couple of like a few minutes or so. So once I'd done that, it was pretty easy. Um, so yeah, I really enjoyed this week though, because I ended up making loads of progress in my opinion, because it sort of gave me an idea of what to make in the future, if you understand what I mean. Because obviously I'm not sure if what I said in the mind map is going to stay. Like, for example, I might just have these two weapons and just make it so you get ammunition, or arrows rather, from like the enemies, and make it so that if your durability of your sword or your bow or whatever runs out, then you can find like a repair kit and repair it. And if you can't find a repair kit, then you can only use the other weapon, if you get what I mean. So, for example, if my sword was to break, then I'll have to use the bow and arrow only. There's definitely a lot of balancing that I need to do. The bow and arrow is quite OP because 0.2 every 0.25 seconds you can shoot an arrow, which is quite overpowered considering every enemy has 100 health, and it does 35 damage, so it takes like 3 hits. And if you combine that with the sword, that's like no time at all. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it so there's an equip time for both weapons, so you can't just keep spamming in between the two. But to be fair, the game's actually quite enjoyable. It's quite weird. This game prototype is definitely not going to be uh, the final combat system. I think next week I'm going to be working on the level design, because it's something I need to start working on. I'm probably not going to make a story-driven game now. I'm not sure yet. Well, there will be a story, but it'll be more limited. I think I might make like a less of a what I was thinking of previously. Like, I was thinking of something like Hollow Knight. But to be fair, I'm thinking of some other things. So I'm gonna see what I can think of. Because I feel like a dungeon crawler wouldn't really work for the combat system I have, and because the reason I say that is because obviously dungeon crawlers, usually it has quite a lot of monsters or enemies, for example. Sorry. Whereas this kind of combat system wouldn't be able to really counter the monsters very easily. So I'm gonna see. But yeah, for sure I'm gonna be making levels next week. Hopefully my artist does some work for me, which would be really helpful. Um, but yeah, I do enjoy the combat system so far. I think it's very sustainable, and it's probably gonna represent some of the final product at least. I definitely know the swords are gonna stay, and the bow and arrow I'm not sure yet. I think it's good having a ranged weapon, but I need to just make the reload speed a bit slower, because obviously having 0.25 seconds in between each shot is quite overpowered, and you could just keep spamming the shots over and over again. Um, but yeah, I recently spoke with Blackthorn Prod, who is a content creator who makes like tutorials for people and everything, and you should go check it out. I released it on Tuesday, I believe. Every Tuesday, no, every 2 weeks on Tuesdays, I will be releasing it. But the reason I'm bringing this up now is because me and him were talking about like devlogs and how important they were and everything, and how, you know, doing a weekly devlog, it keeps you like motivated to do work. So I just wanted to ensure that I will definitely be posting once a week. Um, the only thing is, in a few months and next week as well, I have like exams, so I'm sort of gonna be juggling between game development and studying. So I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be able to do studying or game development, but studying will probably be one of my main priorities, obviously. Also, I made a website with my portfolio. Obviously, it's mainly portfolio orientated. It's not really for uh, like my channel as such or anything, but it does relate to my channel because it updates everyone with my progress I've been making with my game development journey. On there, you can literally just find updates and my portfolio and the download links to all my games. So that's pretty cool. Natural hazards and stuff like the spikes falling from the sky. I'm not sure if I'm gonna add that because I don't think it would really fit in with the game, unless of course I made it chaotic and made everything in the whole game chaotic. Then it could fit in. But yeah, I think that's about all I have to cover really this time. Uh, but next week I should have made a lot more progress. Hopefully, I would have made a level at least, or like some of a level. I'm also going to work on enemies next week, so more diversity, and the enemies dropping like items and stuff. But yeah, that's my goal for next week, and I guess I'll see you next week when I attempt to work on that. Alright, see you then. Bye.